Go around the table and introduce ourselves and our characters. Not starting with me.
Oh.
Graham, you lost. Sorry.
All right. Hi, my name's Graham. I'm playing Fen Fingers Kieran, a druid with a little bit of a barbarian mixed in there for some fun.
And hey, I'm Scotland. I'm playing Jenna, cleric, with a little touch, a little salting, just like this. It's like one of those of mage. Not much, but just enough where it counts.
I'm Joe Louis, and I'm playing Sully Starfallen, monk of the Temple of the Spiraling Ginger, and a amateur litigimancer.
Nope.
And I've got a banana in my pocket.
You straight up
So
have a
you're
banana.
happy to see
Wait,
me?
let me see this banana.
Yeah, all right. All right.
This is banana. All right, you have the banana now.
And now everybody's playing with my banana.
There you go.
Well, somebody's got to.
It was an experience. I had a good time.
Memorable.
It's not every day that Joe puts his banana on the table for you.
I don't know why he put it back in his pocket. I don't know why it's not on the table.
I got enough shit over here.
Huh?
I got enough shit over here.
So, last time...
Wait, who are you?
I don't know. I'm some guy, Eric, your DM, and... Yep, that's it. So, we left off after you guys had managed to fight off a pack of gnolls that were viciously attacking a bear in the woods on your way to the spires of Mirkaden, where you met someone, a druid, so to speak, named Fen. How many fingers?
10
10 fingers, yeah. After which you made it past that. Bindlebogs was placed in Sully's backpack, I believe.
Yep.
And
It was a weird experience. I just want to let you
it
know.
was a little surreal. And you had finished up after getting attacked by a giant tree in this woods, or a vined creature, essentially. You had made your ways up to the old kingdom of Mirkaden, and the spires that you found, you saw there were probably 30 spires reaching out of the ground, but they're all drenched and coated in this thick covering of ash that you can't... it seems as though they were once a different color, but right now you can't see anything. But almost the ash is so thick it looks like mud is covering these giant spires. And you see an archway that leads into the city as the spires themselves form the wall of this kingdom.
Is there more spires beyond these spires? Or?
How many?
And
Huh?
we're just kind of hanging out in the tavern right now, right?
No, you guys you were walking when you guys got up to the spires as of last time, and what you see is the spires form a ringed wall, but there are probably 6 or 7 larger spires inside of this wall that are of greater diameter than the wall than the ones that compose the wall itself.
Okay, well, we're here.
Where exactly is here?
They just hire me for this stuff,
All right.
you know? No,
And
it's
what's the stuff that we're doing?
no. There's a reason we're here.
Well, you had made a deal with Crimpin of Bindlebogs to kind of save this area from whatever evil is growing beneath these spires.
Absolutely, but there was also some other ulterior motive that I know this one had.
No, I'm trying to get to the other side.
That's right. You're trying to get to the other
Yeah,
side.
This trip is altruism to the spires to save our backpack bar.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Where is Backpack Bar, by the way?
In my backpack?
Cool.
So just taking it with us?
Well, I mean,
I would.
There's a whole bunch of fighters and adventures inside. So I've got a party in my backpack.
All right.
You do actually have a party in your backpack.
Then and by backpack I mean mimic.
Okay. So it's a mimic and a backpack,
It-
and it's got a party and a bar inside.
Yeah,
Anything else I need to know?
I got a splank.
And what's a splank?
It's like a board. It's a plank with wheels on.
All right.
It's a little weird.
I completely understand.
So
You have heard word from some of the patrons of Bindlebugs that they have been indeed interested in splanks. That people from around the realm now have been asking about splanks and where and when the foot beginning will be launched.
you could open a splank shop.
I don't see why our Bindlebottoms
Bindlebugs.
couldn't also be a retailer for them. As a
I mean, do you have a chain, a brand already? I mean, did you do the work on this?
You have like a manufacturing facility set up.
yeah, actually we did, and hired. We've done a lot of work for this business plan. some
and what
reason.
happened to this
Yeah,
manufacturing line?
Yeah. So what? Do you remember how this all went down?
How it started?
Well, no.
Do tell.
What business plans you put into play?
It was in the minor city, but not with an E, not an O.
Mm-hmm.
But the miners with an O in that city ended up being like mouths for it, and they were, and there was some dude that was building stuff, and so we asked him to build them for us, and we set up a deal with the bar that was also like an adventuring hole, because there was a cave in the basement that you could go through, because there were all these like underground caverns and low-level monsters, so people could have safe adventures down there, and also sell splanks there. And we set up a contract for a percentage to go to them and to us. And we kind of been doing this in in different cities of setting up like combination of retailers for the splank brand with different fittings and grip materials and tires for different areas. So like out here it would be good to have like bigger tires with better tread, since it's desert sort of. It's a thing.
Why didn't you ever talk about this before?
So what I'm getting from
I don't
that
know.
story is splanks are made by child labor. Is that
No.
correct?
They're made by miners with an E,
Okay.
not with an O. We don't do that.
Gotcha.
I mean,
I think
And
they're
so
made by
I think
child
I might
labor.
be rich, but I'm not sure.
You also set up a operation for grip tape with one of the orc tailors,
Yeah.
who would which you had to go get a specific spider webs to spider
Right.
silk to create.
Yeah.
there's so much I missed. I mean,
Yeah, is there opportunities in this business venture? You know,
Pardon?
marketing, that kind of thing?
Well,
no.
you give out
You don't
one
wanna
in
join
every
this?
town to one of the
No.
kids that is particularly dexterous, and it makes everybody else want that.
See, we're back on the child labor issues
no.
here.
They get their shit for free,
I see.
and they're like doing what they do normally.
Maybe
they're
we
not
don't want to
building
be
anything.
involved in this.
It's
And look,
advertising.
I do party work on contracts per contract basis.
That
It
sounds
keeps me-
good.
It's really good. I mean,
Keep the
it's
liability.
I'm not even a citizen of this realm, so
where they really?
I see.
I'm not from here. But there's a statue of me and 3 other people that we used to party together.
There's a
Interesting.
statue in your backpack?
No, the statue's in the Sapphire Citadel.
That's convenient. Do you
I'm-
know of the Sapphire Citadel?
No. I mean, I'm not from here either. Well, that's weird that you're not. Oh, wait, are you from here?
Well, funny story. I don't exactly know where we are. A bunch of pointy-sticked people were chasing after me, so I just kind of ran. But if you're talking this realm, then yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about the realm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm supposed to like get a crystal and I'll reach into my bag and pull out the orb to put a crystal in this thingy so I could get back to somewhere.
Yeah, that's about as much as I got too when I got handed the contract to give you guys a hand. I mean, but that was about it.
Yeah. So we need to kill the spiders to get a crystal to go in this thingy.
But not for the grip tape.
No, the grip tape was totally different.
I'm so confused.
We just wanted to destroy the city spider.
Well, you realize now that I made a deal with these guys that
Who's these? Oh, these guys?
Yeah. that we gotta fix this stuff now.
The Citadel?
Yeah.
The spider thing? Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Was there payment
So we should
involved in
probably
this
like
contract?
try to
Look.
barter a deal with the pub, because it seems like if everybody's going through there, then that would be a good place to sell splinks too.
Probably.
Yeah.
But let's.
You know,
That's-
if you need to move a pub, what better way than a splink?
It did get us this far,
It's true. It's true.
however far that is.
The reality is, I have no idea if we're getting paid for this. I mean, probably. I mean, I already ultimately got kind of paid for this work ahead of time, because on all of my contract work, I take a certain percentage ahead of time, and then I get the fulfillment later.
Maybe next time someone else should be in charge of the contract negotiation.
Well, no, this comes through my contracting firm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just kind of pick up the work.
So you'll just get paid eventually.
Well, no, the payment comes through. There's a whole service for this stuff.
Gosh,
We
I gotta
call
find
it,
a contract service thing.
it's like, I don't know. I've heard this word used before. It's not a word that's familiar to me. Like vendors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it feels good. It's fine.
Sounds
It's
good.
good work. It lets me have a little more freedom. But I have no idea what the deal is.
So we gotta find a crystal, right?
Yes.
Do we think it's here in this
No.
fiery area?
No. What we need to do is finish building this, and I'll pull out the spear.
All right.
All right. And it looks
and
like
you see a giant spear with two balls on the end of it, and on the other end is a face of some man.
that's the king of the Citadel.
Okay.
And there's poison in these there spheres that when we
I'm sure there are.
then when we pierce the spider, it will eject poison.
Like, I look at
I'll
it.
let
look,
you
look,
handle
look,
your spear there.
I look at it this way. I'm just trying to talk quietly. Like he either hit his head too many times on the splank thing,
All right.
or it's really interesting and it's totally legit and some bits that we don't actually know. What I do know is that there's probably some stuff along this pathway that I need for some other work that I'm doing.
All right. So you got like
wanna-
a side hustle going on here?
I always have side hustle. Side
Alright.
hustle after side hustle, constantly. Gotta get that gambling
Sounds good to me.
monies. So-
Gambling. I'm in for that.
Yeah. So if you're into hanging out for some more of this,
Absolutely.
okay. We'll get your crystal thingy. You down to get this city thing sorted?
Yeah, I'm down. That's why we brought the pub, was so
Well,
they could help.
let's pop it down and get some deets on.
All right.
Okay,
Take out
so
the
you
pub and-
you take the pub out and put it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
very carefully. And
And you see people's faces on the window, little tiny faces, kind of looking out the window.
well, let's go into the bar.
Well, yeah.
All right, we go into the bar.
Okay. And you see people looking at the window. Now they're looking at you. You see Crimpin behind the bar, kind of shining some mugs and talking to and handing out drinks to the patrons that are drinking.
So I look at these two and I'm like, come on, let's go talk to Crimpin.
All right.
Let's go grab a drink, talk to him real quick, and let's get some more detailed information on this place a little bit. See if we can figure out exactly what we might be walking into.
Sure.
So, cruise on up to that bar front and kind of like,
Okay.
hello,
Hi.
we're here.
What?
We're here.
What do you mean we're here? Where are we?
We're here at the spired wall.
You brought us where?
Just
What the?
It's cool.
No, it's not cool. I never said bring the bar here.
Well, you said you were gonna help.
No, I said we needed your help.
Right.
Not bring us into the den of evil.
What? Tell us what kind of evil.
I don't know.
Well,
Well, how do you know it's evil?
a plethora of adventures is going to be significantly more effective than 3 of us.
A plethora. What a plethora? These
What, you
are
mean all
people
these
from
drunk
around
people?
the realm.
How did they get here?
What do you mean? How did they get here? They came to my bar.
Right. That's in the middle of a very harsh environment.
Yeah.
So obviously they're at least somewhat stalwart.
Well,
Are you really going to patronize your patrons in such a way that you're insulting their ability to defend themselves?
What? These are citizens of this realm that have not had a chance to survive, or they have been trying to survive off the meager existence after that damn dragon burnt this place to crisps.
All right. Yeah, that dragon sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if enough of you fight the dragon, you will kill the dragon.
So you're expecting old farmers, dock hands.
It's not gonna happen.
No, no, no.
I thought we
What-
were promised
what-
adventurers.
Huh?
I thought you said this is a bar filled with
I
adventurers.
thought there was. That's what I was told. People were coming in. They had to get here somehow. What farmers are here? There was nothing here.
Yeah. They were farmers.
How long ago did it happen?
60, 70, 80 years ago. So I can't even remember at this point.
It happened 80 years ago. Anyone that was alive then, like
And their children and their children's
right,
children.
and their children's children. There's nothing here. Everything is ash. How did they survive 80 years?
Through scrapping and visiting my bar, I'd like to think.
How do you get your supplies?
How do I get my supplies? They're delivered.
By whom?
I have my ways. My bar, until it was moved, was a safe haven.
And it will be again. I will put it back. But
Yeah.
you said you wanted help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say bring me into the middle of everything that has
When
been.
I ask for help, I don't expect someone else to do it for me. I will be in the thick of it as well.
Fair enough.
So, we will lead the charge, but we're not going alone. It is your land. You're going to help.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so while they're having that conversation, can I look around and see if I see Tamuk, the dwarf guy that was there that I kind of...
Yeah.
Is he hanging out?
He's over by the fireplace having a beer.
I'm gonna cruise over there and be like, bring him a drink. I'd be like,
So Talmuk was the guy guy that was killed by the spiders.
oh, sorry, not Talmuk. Gosh, I did not write this guy's name down. And it escapes me.
Which one was this?
This was the dwarf that was in the bar that kind of told us about that I had a conversation with the sword that we got from Talmuk.
Oh, sure. So you were talking to Tim Tim.
Tim, yes.
Oh no, no, excuse me.
Oh no, Tim was the
Yeah.
dagger.
Yep.
There's a lot of characters that
There
start
are.
with T. Just want to let you know. Real talk.
Okay.
Because he was a cool dude, and he promised a little bit of help.
Fane.
Fane, that's right. And so, I'd like to wander over to him, bring him a drink, and be like, hey, so, remember that place we were talking about?
Yeah.
Well, we're here.
Right.
Remember how you said you'd offer a little bit of help, whether that be physically or advice?
Sure.
I'm here to collect.
Okay. What do you want to know?
So these spires, this ash, I'm assuming dragon related.
I would assume so, but it seems a little thicker than it should be.
Speculation.
I could.
Yeah.
I really. I haven't been courageous enough to investigate.
All right. Do you feel up to giving a little bit of hand in person, or?
I could.
I know that everybody in here really isn't much of a fighter anymore. And that's bar is kind of the place where they hide out. I'm guessing right.
Could be. You could think about it that way. They're not horrible. I mean, they could probably kill something.
All right. Well,
I don't know what that thing is, but something.
do you think any of them would be up for being a bit of a distraction or taking the heat off so we can get into that city?
Sure.
Okay. I'll come back to you. I'm going to go talk to these two, try and sort this out.
Okay.
So come back over to you guys. And you're still, I guess, having it out with...
Crimpin.
I think I've done what I need to do.
So just to recap, you've hired these adventurers, right, to come out here, solve this issue. They somehow
What?
absconded with your bar,
Yep.
brought you with them.
Yep.
You have no
Save
party
this
of
bar.
adventurers in here. You've got a bar full of farmers. And you're offering money to help solve this issue.
Yes.
I was
Can
offered
I get
money?
in on that money?
What?
I won't abscond with your bar. I'll help you solve this issue.
Wait.
He says he's not going to take my bar anywheres.
Yeah, we said
That's-
that too.
All right, so he's going to leave it here?
Well, I don't want to be here.
Okay.
Well, he
I
said he's
plan
not
on
going to
Right,
take
how
the
part
bar.
of the deal is we'll
However-
return the bar wherever you want it.
We were offered money? I thought we were just doing it.
Yeah, you were... I don't know what you were doing.
I think I may have been asleep.
Possibly. Yeah, no, there's money. Like, we're all
I-
good. Your bar's going to be safe.
I
To be
didn't-
quite honest, there were gnolls headed for your bar. It wasn't so good. And frankly, I think we've improved the property value. It's now the most valuable bit of property in its current surroundings, and that's something.
That is true.
That's something. That's more benefit that you could ever even imagine. Either way, there are adventurers here, and I let them know about our friend over there by the fireplace and the other adventurers that are capable. I was like, there's
Well-
plans within plans.
Sure.
All right, so if you pay us, we'll continue protecting your bar, we'll solve your problem here, and then we'll return you to wherever you want. Does it sound good?
Actually, we'll do one better. We'll take your bar where you would like to ultimately be.
Okay. Well, ultimately, I would. I haven't thought about that because I never thought about my bar traveling anywheres.
This
This
new
is a
day.
first.
It's a new day. It's a new opportunity.
I mean, this is a new experience. I'm a little frightened. I'm not going to lie.
That's fine. You can take a bit. We can stash you somewhere safe while we go deal with this current problem that we are arranged to handle.
Okay.
Okay. We have other fighters here. Everything will be good. We're gonna set everything up
Set everything up.
for our adventure into this place to save it, or yeah,
We're going to clear out the evil.
evil.
What you hired us for?
Yeah, evil clearing.
Okay. Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Ah,
All right.
we just want to let you know what was going on. Set expectations.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But sure.
We're doing what you asked. We are helping you clear the evil from the spires.
But bringing us into 'em? Okay. As long as we don't die, you know.
Look, where are they going to look for you? They're going to be the evil's going to be looking for you out there. They're not going to be looking for you right here. It's technically the safest place it could be.
It's true.
You guys have funny logic, but if it works, I'm fine with it.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Let's go
So-
clear some evil.
So there are fighters here that we can pull from.
Should we investigate first before getting their help, or?
No, I think. Do you think we should take the bar with us, or do you think we should actually like hide it somewhere? I'm kind of inclined to just put it in the bag.
There's a lot of ash. What if it gets buried and then we can't find it
That's
later?
true.
I think we should take it with us. Plus, if we need a drink, then we have a bar.
That's
Alright.
true. We could just reach into the bag and reach into the bar, like just mage hand all the way through. I like
seems
this.
legit.
I like this plan.
All right.
I mean, it'll suck for them, but
Though I
They don't
think
know.
the bar should probably go with the person that moves the least, because the bar on me is likely to like do a lot of spinny shit.
are you
Do
trying
they
to tell
feel
me
that inside the
that I
bar?
don't do anything?
No,
but
I'm not saying that. I'm saying moves the least.
Are you trying to tell me that I don't move a lot and that perhaps I need to do more cardio?
Where's the fun?
Pippin is still with you.
Okay, I think Pippin should hold on to the pub.
Well, that'll be a neat experience. Yeah.
Are we sure the fawn is the best one to hold on to this bar?
Would you rather hold on to the pub?
No.
Would you rather hold on to the pub?
No.
Because if it's on me, it's just gonna like
No, I
everybody's
have-
gonna have concussions.
I heal things. There's a fondness for everything to hit me.
Huh?
I got
Like
hit
a
a
pub.
lot. Okay. Leave it with the
Alright.
fawn.
I'm fine with that.
Because I don't think we should give it to the owl.
Why?
I don't know. The owls seem more trustworthy to
No,
me.
I'm fairly certain that the owl will like.
I like Sharon.
I'm not saying anything against the owl. I'm just
And
saying that it's
The owl has a
Sully,
name.
Sharon as you start saying owl, Sharon flies over and lands on your shoulder.
See, it
Hi,
wants the
Sharon.
bar.
on my shoulder.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to watch the pub?
Sharon, there's gonna be booze if you keep an eye on this. I mean, just like never end. Just sit here and drink. Actually, just pop it up in the tree that's near here and just drink.
Can
I can't understand the owl, but
the
I'm
owl's
just like
not saying anything?
the owl has an inquisitive look. She can
Yes.
understand.
I think she looks like she wants the bar.
I'm not sure it's an inquisitive look so much as I really don't want to do that.
We'll just
Can
put
I
the
get
bar
an
next
inside
to the
roll on
owl,
the
and
owl?
let's see what happens.
Okay.
What'd you get?
It's an 8.
You can tell that Sharon is kind of suspicious of what you're asking her to do. But you don't really discern one way or the other
Yeah.
if she wants to do it or not.
The owl is dubious of the plan.
Sharon's just looking at you from on your shoulder.
It would seem that the owl is dubious.
So I'm
of-
gonna look over at Sharon. But Sharon, I can't understand you,
Oh, woo!
but I know you can understand me, and I feel like we've had a good time together so far. I mean, and I break out a little owl treat. Like, we just want to leave the bar here and have you keep an eye on it because you are super good with the eyes that you have to see things. And I figure, you could just drink because that's an important part too. We want to make sure that the alcohol works in the bar at all times. And I feel like it's an important part of making sure the bar is safe.
Sharon's nodding her head a little more and more.
and I don't think anybody would be able to get to us quicker than you could
It's true.
if something does go south.
You are the most talented member of this team.
And Sharon drapes her wings out and puts them at her side in a cocked manner. Strikes a very valiant pose.
It's a noble goddamn bird.
Most important job, keeping
Most
the bar
important.
safe.
Do we think Sharon?
Uh-huh. Woo.
Well, we appreciate you. We know you have this task in hand.
I just didn't want to put all of this onto your shoulders. All right.
It's a real trooper. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's settled. I think we can leave the bar here.
All right.
I want to leave a note real quick for our dwarven friend. Be like, all right, this is what's going down. I'm gonna let him know we're gonna cruise in and check things out.
You're going to just hand him a note? He's still sitting by the fireplace.
Well, I might as well just tell him. I'm just gonna tell him, hey, we're gonna go in and check things out.
Okay.
The owl is gonna keep an eye on things and keep the bar high and
The
small.
owl.
Yeah, don't. It's fine.
The owl's going to watch this bar?
Well, Pippin will be here too.
What?
The fawn.
What?
This is why I'm telling you this, so you can be on the ready and stealthy. I don't want you to just sit out and wait, looming for something bad to happen, but to be ready in case something does. You're a little line of defense for this bar.
And Pippin walks up to you and says, I'm coming with you.
Okay, well, Pippin is coming with us, but the owl is staying here as the lookout, and then the owl will alert you if something's going to happen. That way,
You're leaving an entire bar to be protected by an owl.
Yeah, that's because no.
I mean,
evil-
I'm here and I can help, but
Let me put it to you this way. So, if I was super bad, right?
Okay.
If I was super bad, and I was looking for something to mess up, the last thing I would notice would be an owl hanging out with what looks like a tiny house. I'm not going to mess with that. But adventurers hanging outside of a place looks more suspicious. I'd want to roll that place.
it's a good point. It's a good point.
Well, do you want to stay with an owl, or do you want to go into this evil place?
You're welcome to come with.
Hey, I'm here to help. What do you want?
We don't know quite what we're getting into, so we want to have some sort of plan before we gather the forces to go in. We're a scouting mission.
So guard the bar, and then we'll be back.
All right.
Sounds good.
If
So-
anything gets weird,
Wait, so who's in charge, the bird or me?
Well, the bird, of course.
You're in
you.
charge.
Of course, it's you.
In here.
All right.
The owl
bird
can
is-
get to us fast.
Sure.
So if something happens,
You let that owl know.
to get the owl, tell the owl to find us.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Cool.
Sounds
But
good.
technically, the bird's not in charge.
Sure.
No.
That's
All right.
what you need. The bird's not in charge.
Fair enough.
Okay. We'll be back, like, real soon.
All right.
Westward ho.
As we walk away, I say the bird's definitely in charge.
So hopefully the bird will take it up to a tree and look innocuous. So now there's a tiny house and a tree with a bird.
Did we
Alright.
just tell the two babysitters that they're in charge?
Yes.
And okay, just making sure.
Haven't you seen that? Like, out of character. Haven't you seen that movie? This is gonna be great.
Well, someone's guaranteed to be in charge, right? We put
Well,
two
none
people
of
in
us
charge.
are in charge. It's fine. It's been working great so far. So don't sweat it.
Sure, it'll still
Don't
be here when
sweat
we
the
come
small
back.
stuff.
Yeah, we're just gonna ride it. Okay.
So who's good at detecting evil?
That's something I should be good at, but I'm not currently good at it.
Well, obviously our moral compasses are good at telling us what is and what
Right.
isn't evil.
Well,
All right.
well, hang on. I feel like we've become friends to some degree.
I agree.
And you're a druid. You understand nature things, right?
To a degree. I talk to the beast spirits. It's a nature-y.
Do you know if the beast spirits have ever seen anything like this? And I show him the sword.
The
sword?
sword?
This is apparently a sword of growth.
Doesn't seem to be anything in my wheelhouse.
Well, it was worth a shot. I still don't know what this thing does. And I have no clue still.
I mean, I can
Cool.
try to determine its arcane properties or its
I'd
nature
love
properties.
you to take a look.
Sure. We'll do a nature check on this. At 0.
Cool. Well,
You
I'm
definitely know nothing about this.
I
I
have
really
no idea.
appreciate our friendship and your help. So I'm just gonna.
But
put
thank
this
you for
away.
showing me your growth sword.
Yeah, that's wow. That is so
Seems like
inappropriate.
Phrasing.
Both of you seem to have swords.
No.
What? I've used my sword once since I've gotten here.
Does the fawn have a sword too?
Yes.
Do you want a sword?
I mean, I am feeling a little envious of all. No, I actually don't like weapons.
Are you-
so
are you
I
having
don't really want to
sword
touch
envy?
anyone's sword here.
Do you got a problem with swords?
Yeah, weapons. The beast spirits. They're not big fans of swords, weapons, that kind of thing.
I usually fight with a stick.
I just use my hand.
They're a little short.
What does height have to do with this?
Yeah. Why? What are you doing?
Range. Poke you with a stick.
Ow. Okay.
Range. All right, we're going in?
Sure. Going into what?
I don't know. Is there a door?
Yeah, there was a giant archway
Yeah, okay.
that is the breaking point in this rampart of spires.
So looking at this door, I'm assuming we're not quite there yet, but looking at it, do I see any tracks in the ash or anything like that?
You
or-
don't see anything that would indicate people have been going into this this area at all.
Are we leaving tracks?
Yeah, you're as you start to move forward, you're leaving tracks, but they're very faint, almost as if the ash that's coating the ground, you kind of have to crack
Do you not
to
want to
get
leave
to
tracks?
to get below.
I'm going to look back to, where the kerfuffle was with the gnolls. Is there a lot of, disturbances in the floor?
Disturbances how?
Where the ash has been disturbed.
Yeah, where you had fought both the gnolls and the mound, you can see where the ash had been trampled and smashed and kind of pushed out of the way.
Okay.
Do we want to go up to the door, or
So there's no door; it's just an archway.
Just an
That's
archway.
wide open.
can and we see the other towers inside of there? And
You can make out portions of some of the towers. They are cut off by the ones forming the rampart, and so you can see half of one, and then you can see a full one in the middle and another half on the left, all at varying depths within this city.
we don't know what the evil is in here. Like, either we go in and just get some randomness, or we could have some fun.
Splank. I start skating in stealthily.
Okay, so
So this is the part where we just.
Let him
Just hang out
draw
for a
the
second.
attention. Okay.
Oh, you got this, buddy.
so you two and Pippin all stay behind. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, we're not stealthy. Splank riding.
we could be stealthy if we want to.
We could,
All of us.
but this is gonna be way more fun.
All right. I agree.
So Sully, you cruise in.
23 for stealth.
Okay, you cruise into the and you go through the archway. Roll me a perception.
That's a crit, so perception 23.
Cool. So you make it through the archway,
Yep.
and but you notice as you're going in, you get a couple drips of goo on your shoulder, but it almost looks like the ash has water. It has turned to like an ooze as it drips off of the ceiling of the arch. But it's just a couple drips that touch you, and you get into the city itself.
I smell it as I'm going through.
Yeah, it smells like dirt, soil, and just a little foul.
Okay. So as I'm going to take a quick look back, does it look like there's any holes in the floor
In the floor like
underneath where the drips were?
no, you don't see any holes.
Okay. So that drip hasn't been happening for very long.
No.
Okay.
But you after you go through the archway, you see each of these, you see 6 larger spirals that are about 100 feet in circumference each. 7 spirals. 3 on the left embankment, 3 on the right, and then 1 large one in the center. And each one is connected to each other by a bridge, an arched bridge that they all connect into the center spire. But each spire is completely coated much like in ash, much like the ones that are forming the rampart
All right.
itself.
And it doesn't look like there's been any movement here. And
You don't see anything, but you do see more and more of these arches that on the ground that were connected to the center spire. You see probably midway up, these spires go up easily 150 feet, and midway there's another arch, or there is another arch on each one of these spires connected to the center, and almost at the top of them is another set of arches.
okay, so they're all connected to the center. They're connected to each other.
Yep.
And are they connected to the outside or just?
No, just the 7 on the inside are
All right.
connected.
And there's door archways into them.
Yep.
Are there windows?
You can't see any at this point. But you could easily assume that there were doors that would go in, that would lead in from these arches. They look like they're bridges.
Okay. I will go towards the nearest one.
See, and I'm sharing some snacks. See, this is
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good, right?
you
Like
know,
what?
Maybe
Watch
we should
this.
like shout for him and
No.
Alright.
Just watch. It's gonna be good.
And
So where are you guys at this point? You're still
at the entrance.
where right outside the inn, essentially.
No, I think we definitely moved away from that inn a little bit, like a little closer to the entrance, but not quite. Trying to stay a little obscured, but not quite.
Okay.
Just enough to see
Creeping
what
along.
he's up to.
Okay. So you make it up to which side? Are you going for the middle one or one on the left or right sides?
one on the right, one on the sides. Let's
Okay.
go left side.
So there's 3 of them that span from front of this keep to back. Which one do you want to go first, second, or third?
Let's go to the second.
Okay. So you charge up to this second one as you can easily see the wheels of your splank are making patterns in the ground. And you notice that as you get closer to this second one, you still feel a little more of that dripping coming onto your body as you pass underneath the first arch. And as you get up to this spire, you notice the soot is a covering at this point. The soot and ash have formed its own wall that are surrounding these spires.
And how far is he away from us?
He's about 60 feet away, 60 to 70 feet away from you at this point.
Do you have anything to clear up this ash?
Well, I don't know. We don't know much about him. So maybe, like... And he's not looking at us at all, right?
He's studying the spire itself.
What do you think? Do you think we should go in and check it out? I mean, this is pretty fun, but...
Yeah, nothing exciting's happened. Let's go check it out. Do you want to do it stealthily?
Oh, yeah. No, I
Because,
don't...
I mean, I don't want to be leaving trails in this ash, do you?
No, I think that sounds good. Pippin, feel good about that.
What do you want to do?
I think we're gonna...
All right, I'll give us all a pass without trace, so we
Okay.
won't leave any tracks. And we'll sneak in.
Okay.
Sorry, what just happened?
No, you're good.
Okay.
So you start to move in and roll me a stealth check.
That's 20, and then plus 10 with the pass without a trace for 30.
19 plus 10 is 29.
Okay. So you walk through the archway as Sully had, And now roll me a perception.
17.
10.
You both you get through the archway, and you two notice little drops of water and soot that have hit your shoulders as well.
No, this is a new cape.
Should we look up
New
and see
cape.
what's dripping on us? Is there anything
Well,
above
I'm
us?
gonna pass through it and maybe kind of look up and back.
Seems to be water coming from anywhere.
All right, what are you doing?
Looking up, see if there's any water.
So you're underneath. So you're looking up, and you start to see more of this water and soot splash down onto you. But as you look up from underneath the arch, you just notice that it is dark as midnight, where you can't even see the stone that would have been here to form this arch.
Well, that's a little creepy.
It's
Let's keep walking.
it's a unique architectural feature.
Certainly is.
And as you sit there and say, that's unique, you see a tentacle come down and try and whap you on the face as you're looking up.
All right.
Jenny, you see this black tentacle come crashing down to give a love tap to Fen. And Fen does a 15 hit your AC.
That does not.
So you get this pseudopod that crashes onto you, and it just feels like you are now covered in a watery ash as it pulls back up.
All right. I'm gonna quickly run away from here and try to catch up to Sully.
Okay.
I'm right with you, but as you do, I'm like gonna pull out one of the Clara candy cards and press to digitate a nice little flare burst in this little darkness.
Mhm.
Like that's how we roll and cruise off real quick.
So you see Fen run past you, and you create this flare, and above in the archway you can just see it's almost like a floating pile of ooze that is hanging onto the archway as it crashes to the ground. And now think it looks like this is how Tasha Yar died, right? There is a
No, this is
giant
how I died.
pool of black ooze coming towards you now.
Oh, I'm hauling it as fast as it'll happen. Be like, nope, I did a thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
I did a thing, but it's better now than never.
Let's
Shit.
keep running.
Sully, you see, you saw Fen running past Jenna, and Jenna igniting the archway up this spark caught your attention, and you saw a giant ball of ooze crash from the top of the arch and land onto the ground, and now it's chasing after Jenna as she's running towards you as well.
I've got some stuff for this.
I'm going to step off the skateboard gracefully, picking it up with my tail and attaching it to my backpack.
Uh-huh.
And look back, fold my arms, and make sure that I'm not standing on one of the archways.
Yep, you're not.
I'm just going to try to stage whisper, "Stay out from the archways, there's more." And point to the bridges.
You're just gonna get a blank stare.
Yeah, we're just gonna run past you.
Which I'm hauling. I'm catching up to Fen.
Aren't you guys coming towards me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we're just running past you.
Oh yeah.
Well, so you two you don't get up to him just yet.
Okay.
So Sully, you went, and you see them running towards you. Jenna, the ooze is about 10 feet away from you, or actually 5 feet away from you at this point, and tries to. You see a pseudopod launch out of it and hit you. I'm guessing a 20 hits.
It does.
Unnatural?
It does, surprisingly. I mean, it doesn't usually, but today it definitely does.
6. You take 18 points of damage as this pseudopod rips around you and starts to burn you with acid.
Oh, that's great. Help him dying. That's kind of. As is with every fight, I'm already dying. See, this is normal.
All right.
What do you want to do? It's about 5 feet away, but you notice that it's not as fast as you are.
Okay. No, that's not gonna work. This is tough. I think I'm just gonna try and hit it with some sacred flame and just keep hauling, just to
Okay.
get out of this mess.
Okay.
That is not gonna hit you with a 9.
That hits.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot, I haven't even hit with this in a long time, so it takes 4. Oh, sorry. 7.
Take 7.
I'm level 5 now.
So you shoot your sacred flame into the belly of this ooze, and you just see it engulf the flame that you send through, but you notice the ooze is starting to sizzle a little.
That's right. I keep hauling. Slap me with your pseudopod.
That was a terrible shot.
I'm
Fen,
gonna
do
turn
you-
around, see that it hit her, and from my hand I'll extend a vine that'll wrap around it and try to strike it. Will a 16 hit?
What is it?
Will a 16 hit?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
And
right.
that will
See, my
be
homie's got whips for hands. and
2d6 damage, and if it's large or smaller, I'll pull it 10 feet closer to me
Okay.
Wow, really?
for 3 whole damage.
How much damage?
3.
3. So, Fen, you shoot out your whip and wrap it around this ooze, and as you try to pull it forward, you pull your whip back, and it rips the ooze in twain, and now you see 2 oozes crawling towards
no.
you at this point, acting
Sure, that's
independently of each other.
That was
My job here is done.
That was. We're helping.
You're helping it.
Getting better.
Sully, you've seen Jenna get hit by a pseudopod that flew out of the ooze, but then Fen so brilliantly wrapped his whip around it and tried to pull it closer to get out of Jenna's reach. But at doing so, the ooze split in twain and formed into 2 independent creatures.
Super Toad's helping.
This is what you get for hanging back.
Skills. What? We drew out the enemies. We split them up.
Okay.
We're
Skills.
dividing and conquering.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Half alive. I like the pain.
So, looking back at the archway, is it clear? Like, can you see the stone now?
You
From
can't
where
see
it
stone,
was?
but it looks more like ash than it did previously.
Okay.
Then
So,
the entrance arch.
okay. So the stuff that's covering the spires in here. Is this a nest of that?
No, it's not. You think they're of different material.
How steep are the spires?
They're about 150 feet tall. Oh, vertical.
Vertical.
Yep.
Vertical. Smooth.
Yeah, but there are some mounds that stretch out that pop out. There's some burls.
Why do I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this?
Yeah, I'm going up.
You're going up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna scale this thing.
Okay. Roll me an
Just gonna
acrobatics
buy
check.
Felicia.
18.
Okay, you get up. You can easily scale up about 20 feet on your first attempt.
Okay.
What's your move?
40.
Yeah. So you'll get about 20 feet up, because it takes you a little bit of time to find some proper footholds to climb up onto. But you do notice as you're gripping the ash that your fingers depress into it, but they only go so far.
Okay. All right.
So you're now 20 feet in the air, and if you look back, you can see Jenna and Fen getting.
And they're running towards me?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to, lean back up against the wall, ask Chester to hold on to it. Okay. When I say let go of the wall.
So Chester actually flattens out almost into a clamp that is gripping onto the sidewall.
All right. So my plan is, I'm going to say this to Chester, that when I say go, we're going to leap off and hit both of them with the fire staff on our way down. All right? Okay. So we're going to hold it. No. When they get close enough to do this. I don't. Hold the action. Hold the action. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So when they get within jumping range, I'm
Totally.
gonna leap off.
Yep.
And just slam down with everything on fire.
Yep. Okay. So you start to see Jenna and Fen getting closer to you. They're about 20 feet away at this point, and Fen and Jenna, the ooze is about 10 feet away from you as you guys have been running. You're able to outpace it a little bit. So you see the two try and fly the pseudopods at you, but they miss because they can't make it to you.
See,
What do you wanna do?
helping. Just
Totally
keep making
helping.
them smaller.
Jenna, there are now two pseudopods about 10 feet away from you, or two oozes about 10 feet away from you.
I'm gonna break out the Spirit Guardians because I've never used this before, and I'd really love to.
Okay.
So I get two of these, and they're like these. You see these two ghostly fey little things pop out and just start cruising around, and they hang out around 15 feet-ish around me, and anything that happens to hit there, their speed is halved again, and they take some radiant damage, 3d8.
If they get hit, who takes the damage?
Let's see. When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8. On a successful save, takes half.
Sure. Okay. So what do these look like?
They're. It's a good question. These are two. They're like little fey ghosts, but in the most cartoonish kind of way. They've got some fun little armor on there that have the nice little Vol cleric symbol, and they're just kind of hanging out. And what's really creepy and disturbing about them is they both have these really unnaturally happy faces, just really really happy. They're just super happy.
So they
super happy to see you. They're
they
kind of
pop up?
ghosty.
Yeah.
They kind
And-
of just pop up.
and you see the two oozes rear backwards a
Oh
little.
yeah, that's right. You don't like my ghost face stuff.
And what is the DC on that?
DC, they're gonna have to.
Should be 14 probably.
Yeah, I think it's 14.
It's going to be 8 plus your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency.
9, 10, 14.
And now how much damage do they take?
3d8.
You have to roll.
6 and 10.
You see the oozes start to, you see them start to dissipate a little as they are stunned in shock of these creepy fey ghouls that you have unleashed.
And you just see Jenna like making some gestures. You may not recognize them because they're some old school Fey rune gestures, but that's about it.
Fen, you see these two little fey ghosts appear, and the oozes start to kind of melt a little. What are you doing?
Since it worked so well last time, I think I'm gonna whip one of the nearby goo things with my thorn whip again.
I love
Okay.
this plan.
That would be a 16 to hit.
So you're going to whip one of them? Okay. It hits. Roll some
Closest
damage.
one. That would be 4 more damage.
How much?
4 piercing damage.
4? Okay.
I love this plan. So good. Keep
Keep
dividing
dividing
them.
them, right? They can't catch us. The tiny little legs or
So
whatever.
you use your whip and pull back, and the one on the right, splits into 2 more. So there's now 3, but one is double the size of these 2 smaller ones at this point. Sully, you see, Fen, you see 2 little ghost beings arise and kind of ward off these oozes as Fen uses his whip and breaks one into another 2. So there are 3 of these oozes. One is larger in size than the other 2, almost double the size of the other 2. And they moved a little bit closer. They're about 15 feet away from you now.
Okay. Gonna make that jump? All right. Going for it.
Okay.
Welcome to the ghost zone.
So,
Go!
ah,
Okay.
and you feel Chester springboard off of the spire and thrust against your back as you go flying towards these 3 oozes now. Which 2 do you want to hit or try
Well,
to
I'm
hit?
going to first hit the big one.
Mhm.
And then flurry of blows the other 2.
Okay.
And then drunken step after disengaging backwards.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check first.
It's a 17.
Okay. Now roll the hit.
That is a... It's a 14 to hit.
Yeah. You can roll damage if you want, or if you want to roll the other ones.
That's for 5 fire damage.
Okay. Now you're going to hit the next one, you mean?
All right, yep. That's a 20 for...
Totally hits.
Yep. For 6 poison damage.
Okay.
Then a 19 for 6 poison damage.
Okay, so Jenna and Fen, you hear a loud bark as Chester screams in triumph as he springs off of this spire, and you see the shadow of Sully move past you as he crashes over the top of you and lands in front of you, very much superhero, on one knee to spear the giant ooze with the dragon lance and punch the other 2 in front of you as he now is standing on the other side of these oozes looking forward at you.
I tried to yell, "Welcome to the ghost zone," but you are already gone. So you're not in the ghost zone anymore. Sorry.
Nope, I just drunkenly stumble.
Fen, the 2 small oozes look at you. Ooh, yeah. They look at you and then launch 2 pseudopods out at you, which absolutely hit.
Are they in the ghost zone?
Yes.
So on the start of their turn, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so it would have been that would have been the last one that I
Okay,
damaged.
gotcha.
I just did it preemptively.
And they're slowed. I'm just really excited to use the ghost zone.
Yeah, it worked.
That's pretty good.
Whoa.
Did something worthwhile. It's important to me.
God damn.
I've never played a cleric this high level before.
So, Fen, 2 of these pseudopods reach out and smack you for 24 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And, Jenna, the large one shoots a pseudopod out at you, and I'm guessing a 14 doesn't hit.
It just does.
Okay.
It just does.
You take 18 points of damage as this pseudopod wraps around you, and you can feel acid start to burn your armor. But it's your turn.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna heal myself with whatever I can.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to hit myself with some cure wounds, and I'm gonna cast that at a 2nd level because I need all that I can get. Do I roll to see if I succeed on this one?
No, you just automatically hit.
Okay.
You know.
That's great because I wouldn't have. And I'm going to take the major boost of health because I had a single hit point left. I had a single hit point left, and I guess I could try and wiggle free if I can, but for movement action. But
You're not grappled.
oh, well I'm gonna move out of range and hopefully just let these guys just hang out in my ghost zone.
Good idea.
That's about it. I'm gonna heal and move the ghost zone a little bit.
Fen, you see Jenna back off and out of. She backs off about 15 feet or 20 feet away from these puddings or oozes, so to
All right.
speak.
I'm gonna try to stay in the ghost zone and become a bear,
Okay.
and then I will charge at I guess the 2 near ones that attacked me.
Sure.
I'll
They were
claw
the
at
2
one
smaller ones,
and
yeah.
bite at the other one, and those will both miss.
What are they?
A 7 or an 8 to hit.
They both hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, no. One was a critical miss.
Okay.
But the bite will be 7 piercing damage.
Okay. You strike with your claw and rip through one of this ooze, and you just feel it, the life, whatever type of life is animating this creature, dissipate, and your hand is now just covered in black gunk.
Okay. Try to wipe it.
Sully, you see Fen rip apart one ooze, but there's still the giant one and one of the smaller oozes in front of you.
All right.
And you've seen Jenna move back beyond her ghost figures out of any immediate threat.
Yep. Let's go ahead and yeah, swing swing at the small one, punch the big one.
Yeah.
It's a 15.
Totally hits.
Okay.
Anything above a 7.
All right. That hits. Also hits. All of them hit. All right, 6 for the first with the fire. So wait, sorry. 10. 10 fire. 5 poison. 5 poison.
So you smash through the small ooze easily with the dragon staff, and then, and then you start punching and punching the large ooze as you see more of the gunk just falling onto the ground, and the ooze is getting smaller and smaller.
And the ooze that is there is not animating, correct?
Is what?
Is not animating?
No, it's not shifting into new beings.
All right.
It's just delicious.
But it does strike back at you, Jenna. I need the damage of your ghosts.
Yeah, let's get some ghost damage in there. 6, 7, 11.
So, Sully, you see the ooze reach out for you. Its whole body is lunging towards you, and you see 2 pseudopods start to try to make their way to attack you, but it screams in pain and crashes to the ground as these 2 fey ghosts with crooked faces are now on each of your shoulders.
And you just hear from Jenna on the other side, Ghost Zone!
Ghost Zone indeed.
Ghost Zone is good times.
All right. So, just a small one left?
They're all gone.
They're all gone? Okay.
Or you just see the ooze is just puddled on the ground, lifeless before you. And I gotta say that was the best sneak I've ever seen somebody make, as you snuck and then just stood.
That went
And then
well,
lit
I
a
think.
flare. I don't know. It was kind of fun.
That was the exact opposite of sneaking. It was the best.
I'm in love with the Ghost Zone.
That was quite awesome. Probably saved us.
That was pretty good. All right,
So,
so
you just good to go, or you need a
yeah,
catch your
like let's see if we can do. Ooh, it's not good stuff. Wish I had some more heals on me, but I'm gonna go ahead and just.
I can toss you a heal if you need one.
No. I was making sure you need one. You're okay. You're good.
I'm good.
You haven't taken anything.
So that happened. Anyway, hi. That
Hi.
was neat.
I think there's another one there, and I'll point to where the drips came out.
Oh no. What do you mean? There's another one?
Well, there was drips coming from that arch, too.
So you think they're from all the arches?
I just got more drips on my shoulder from over there.
How far away is this?
It's about 20 feet from towards the western wall, or the northern wall.
All right, look,
behind you guys.
I got the Ghost Zone, but I don't got the Ghost Zone forever. And how many of those arches are there?
There's probably at least 18 of them.
Yeah, we
Or
can't.
21 of them.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not
a
equipped
good
for
idea.
18 Ghost Zone adventures. So,
Should we sneak past them?
do we need to go past it? Said we're right up next to one of these towers, right?
You want to go
And-
inside a tower?
At that point, you just hear a like a cackling laughter
Oh yeah.
as you see Sully. You see, and the laughter is coming from in front of you, and you see a being lower himself down on the second arch up. But you see him coming off of the top of the arch, off of a rope, as he's lowering himself down, very much Spider-Man-ish, and laughing. And you see him let go of the rope and land on the arch that is closest to the ground. Well, that was impressive.
Damn right. It's Ghost Zone.
I didn't think you'd make it past the arch.
Ghost Zone. Just that's it.
And you see this creature jump down and is about 15 feet away from you now, and you can make out he is an elf of about 6 feet tall with long black hair and porcelain skin.
Do I recognize this elf at all? I'm using my elven good stuff. Would it be like a religious check?
No, you would. It would have to be a history check.
Oh, that's cool. I'm good at history too. 18.
You don't know who this is specifically, but you would think that what you can tell about him is he is definitely a magic user.
Cool.
So what brings you out here, friend?
Me? I'm just trying to get in here. But what brings you here, Fen? I know all about you,
Do you know?
but do these people traveling know about you?
I think we don't need to get into anything like that.
Really? Why don't you tell them why you're out here? Because I would love to know myself. You're a little far from home, aren't you?
I am a little far from home. And who are you again?
My name's Rake, but that's
Oh.
all you need to know.
I see.
Say your name is Greg?
Rake.
Rake?
Who's Greg?
Like Rake?
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody have a silence spell so he can't talk?
Huh?
Anybody have a
I don't
silence
think I'm the
spell?
one that needs to be talking. I think it might be you.
Oh no, my new friends here know all about me. It's okay.
Do they?
Absolutely.
We know he's real bad with money.
And you just see
That's true.
You just see Jenna with the two ghosts, and they're just smiling unnaturally, and are like, "Really? I'm curious."
I've told
Aren't
my
we
new
all?
friends
What are you
all
doing here,
about-
Fen?
I'm just, surviving. Clearly not avoiding anybody or anyone that I stole money from.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe him, but whatever.
I wouldn't believe him either.
I'm very trustworthy. Trust me.
Do you believe that?
I don't think he's going to kill me.
You sure?
Eh.
You think he hasn't
mean-
done it before?
I'm not the one
hasn't killed
maniacally
me before.
laughing. I'm not the one coming down from ceilings, right?
Wait.
Actually, that's a pretty
He's killed
awesome
me
trick.
before?
Maybe. Are you a ghost?
I don't know. Am I? Are you?
No.
What are you? Who are you?
Pointy ears.
Well, this is an
Told you
elf.
my name was Rake.
Yeah.
Probably an elf. I don't know. I would think you'd be smarter than that.
Well, I mean, I see this, but who are you, really?
What do you mean?
What do you like?
I'm me.
Yeah.
I like gold. I like gems.
Have you been
Unlike
to the-
somebody.
There's nothing wrong with liking golden gems.
Have you been to the Sapphire Citadel? There's a lot of gems there.
Yes, it's quite magical. But have you? I haven't been able to get any of that sapphire. Have you?
Yeah.
What? How?
Well, there's a big statue of me in there.
Shush it.
Really?
Yeah, you should go check it out.
No, I'm too preoccupied
With
at the
what?
moment. I want to get in here.
Why do you want to get in here?
There is a gem rumored to be in here the size of my fist.
What kind of gem?
I don't know. But all I know is that whatever it is, it's worth a lot of money. At
Why?
least that's what I've heard. What?
But from whom? How do they know where it is?
That's a very good question. I've only heard rumors.
From whom?
From who?
Sorry, from whom?
From whom?
Yeah.
People on my travels.
So they've already been here and know where it is.
No, they just know that there was riches in this town previously. Wouldn't you want to get in there and see what's been buried deep in this rubble?
Can you drink it?
Maybe.
Okay.
So that's settled. You're going to help us explore this, right?
Sure. But first tell me how we get in. I've been exploring for a while.
How have you been dealing with the?
I still don't know if I trust you yet, though.
But all these nice friends with me, they're hanging out.
I don't mind them, but
It's
you?
a package deal, right?
What do you know about him?
That's something I'll let him tell you.
What does he know about you?
I mean, I already told you guys, about my money troubles
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah. Do you owe him money?
No, I don't know him.
Do you owe
any
a
money.
friend of his money?
Possibly.
Do you know who he is? Besides.
Not exactly.
Okay.
Other than he seems to know about me and some money issues.
Is there a contract out on you?
I don't
There
have
very well
that contract.
could be a contract out on me.
I didn't see a contract.
Was like a bounty? Like, do you look at bounty hunter boards? Do you know?
Well, yeah, I take contracts all the time. I didn't see anything.
See, I'm in the clear.
Well,
That's why I.
where are you from?
You know, the nearby areas. It's not important. Let's not get into that.
Well, obviously,
Who
it's
pisses
important
who
to him.
off? Who robbed from who? It's not
But is
important.
it really?
Right?
Huh?
I'm just like trying to on-task things, and I'm like, yeah, but is it really? Look where we are right now.
Yeah. What about it?
We can sort this out. Because I'd like to know too. Because you're a fascinating elf.
Something.
So you said you're trying to get in here.
Yes.
What have you tried so far?
I've tried breaking through this ash. Yeah, that's about it. I've
How
tried
long
breaking
have you
through.
been here?
Not long. 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Wait. You've been here 3 weeks, and all you've done is try to poke it?
Yeah.
Seems like an awful waste of time.
What? Do you have water? Do you try to wash it off?
No. If I figured I couldn't stab it to death, how would water help?
Because water is a universal solvent.
Sure. Do you have water?
Got a hot tub?
A what?
Wait, you have a hot tub?
Oh, do we have like one of those endless water skiings? Let's start looking through my backpack. What do I have in here anyway?
You have bottles of wine in your backpack.
All right.
You have ale. You actually don't have plain water.
No, that would be a waste of alcohol. Give that back to Chester.
Well, he agrees with you.
All right.
Well, he's looking for that.
So are you here by yourself, or were you sent by someone?
I don't think I have to answer your questions.
So are you here by yourself, or are you just here with a couple other people checking it out?
I'm here on my own accord.
How have you been dealing with the blobby things under the arches?
I learned not to go underneath the arches.
As have we now.
It was just a little test to see if you could actually make it through. I would have helped earlier, but I
Legit.
wanted to see if you'd be able to actually help me or not.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Do you want to trust this guy?
I don't know.
I default to you because obviously you know this person.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as say I know him.
I mean, it's your friends. I mean,
He may know of me. I still think he is not telling us exactly who sent him here or why.
yeah.
Is he
but
always
that
this
feels like-
difficult?
this is like every day.
I've known him for like
in this weird.
3 hours.
And you trust him? Because I wouldn't.
I mean, I did save you from a giant tree thing, right?
Did you?
I think so.
Or did
yeah,
I save you?
I kind of think so. I'm pretty
It was
okay
a
with
mutual
it.
thing, right?
It's kind of
We didn't kill each other.
Oh
It's
no
a
no.
step in the right
no,
direction.
He directly jumped in front of it. I'm quite pleased.
See, selflessness, right? Helping everyone out.
This guy did me a solid, so
right.
I don't have a beef right now.
Yeah, you will.
See, I think you're just out here slandering my good name.
Just wait till he takes some of your money, gambles away your fortune, and you didn't even know it.
You're right. I wouldn't know where my fortune is. Okay, so let's keep going.
What?
So walk into the spire. Where there's another archway. Like, I'll start climbing.
Okay.
All right.
So you climb up one of these spires?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it crunches in, but it doesn't go very far.
Yeah, you can't. You can feel it depress a little as you climb up, but you can't break through this ash. And you see some of the ash fall off, but as you wipe it off, it gets to a point where it's almost feels like this mud is as solid as brick.
So I'm gonna roll up to the wall, and I'm gonna. I don't know. I'll let's try that sword again and see if it does anything.
Okay.
Pop out the sword and like poke at the ash.
Okay. So you pop out. You take the sword of growth out, and you see the brambles start to move
Oh yes, it's doing something.
and can wrap around halfway around this spire. So you see it grow almost 50 feet in length in each way.
What?
And you see it start to shed layers off, but it doesn't get completely through.
I got gardening tools.
What, like
I
a
didn't
rake?
know it could do that.
Hey!
That's cool.
What?
Gardening tools. Like a tool for a garden or a tool that is a garden?
Is this something in your bag?
So I don't know that you need to be that mean to people.
No, the sword.
Well, yes. What about it?
So when you say it's a gardening tool,
It's fine.
okay.
I'm trying.
Okay.
It's not working.
Fire.
Where are you hitting it with fire?
Where I've already scraped it off.
Okay. You start to you thrust in the dragon spear, and it ignites a little bit, and you see a strip of fire go from the point that you thrust in straight down and straight up, and you see fire start to burn the sword of growth as it ignites the vine that
Don't light my sword on fire.
that wraps around the spire.
I'm gonna pull that thing away.
So you pull the sword off, and it goes back to its original size. And as it as it recoils, the fire goes out.
No.
It doesn't like fire.
No, it's mine. Put that away and just glare at you. What do you? No. Bad. Don't give me that side eye.
I tap it with my finger
Where are you tapping?
where I just stabbed it.
Into the fire?
Yeah.
You want to take some damage? So as you keep breathing on this fire, you see it get bigger with each breath.
Okay, so now we've lit the tower on fire. That's cool. That's one way to get it.
And it's getting bigger and bigger as you keep bellowing this.
Slowly scale down, like blowing fire on it.
So as you start to scale down, make me an athletics check on this one.
Nine.
So you you keep blowing and blowing and blowing, and the fire is getting bigger and bigger and bigger until you hear a crack and a pop as the fire engulfs the circumference of this spire in a solid ring band that is 3 foot in width around, and you slide down this the side of the spire as you can't keep a grip on the ash anymore, and you fall down and land right on top of Rake. He said, "What was that for?"
Thanks for breaking my fall.
Don't mention it.
Okay. You can set it on fire.
But you do see now a crack in the wall, and a glimmering of pure white seems to shine through. And as you fall down and hit Rake, all three of you get this image in your head of a feast hall, and the table is laden with cups of mead and food, and gems are spread throughout the encrusting the table, and you see 5 people on each side feasting and eating together in a oval or a cylindered room of pure white walls.
Did the people sitting around this look familiar?
No, you don't recognize
Do
them.
they notice us at all? Or the fire?
Huh?
Do they notice us or the fire at all?
This is just an image you get in your head.
Okay.
Can I Arcana check and
Sure.
see if I get anything out of this? Let's see, 16? 18.
You think something is sending this image to you.
So I don't think this is legit, everybody. Just to...
You don't think there's a great feast in there for us?
No. I really want you to think about it. Remember how I made the ghost zone, and there were ghosts, and they were unnaturally happy, and it freaked out those.
But the
those
feast
those-
looks really good.
No, trust me, it's really not that good.
All right.
It's really not that good. Don't go into the feast. And then I crack a sacred flame at the crack in the wall.
And the wall starts to crumble a little more, and you can see now that this spire is made almost of pure ivory, or it's in ivory in color. And you do notice as it starts to crumble that all the sides are now crumbling down as well,
Yes.
as dust is just shooting into the air, and soot is piling up on your sides. And you notice there are, at each one of the archways, there is a door.
It's totally like Faerun Man.
Pardon?
It's like Faerun Man. It's a thing.
Okay.
It's like a festival. It's cool.
So do we want to light another one of these on fire? or do
Oh,
we
I'm
wanna
totes
go
ready to
through-
light all of these on fire.
You don't want to go through any of these doorways or anything?
Well, can we see anything through the doorway now?
The doors are closed.
The doors are closed.
You'd have to go up and check them.
Sweet. Hey, Rake, so there's a door now.
I can see this.
How you feel about that?
I'm okay with this. Shall we go in?
After you.
Okay.
All right.
And you see him climb up to the spire that you had originally done this to, and he climbs up, and you see him enter or open the door and enter in.
Any screams?
No?
All right.
Seems good.
Walk in.
Is there anything familiar about ivory towers to anybody?
Well, aside from the obvious, I'm just right now hoping that they're not giant tusks.
Oh, they could be.
Like, I don't want to see that the elephant that these came off of.
I don't know. I think it would be kind of neat.
It's fine.
But then again, it's fine. You know what? It's fine. And then
Or worse, the anal spurs of a giant snake.
it's fine. It's fine. And I want to flick a sacred flame out the next tower that's closest to us.
And as you shoot it over, you see the sacred flame crack the tower as well. And you see it burst a hole, and through that hole you can see the ivory, the same ivory color.
That's cool. Do you want to go in, or should we just free the rest of these towers from their shackles?
Well, you can hit them all anyway, right? Could you hit them all from the middle?
I can try.
All right. So let's see what's in this one, and then...
Yeah, let's look inside the intact one first before we activate everything else. In case there's something not friendly.
I don't know. If there's something in this one that's going to try to get us, I'd rather have it trapped by the stuff so that we don't get swarmed by whatever's in here.
Something
Who's to
did
say
send us the image,
these
right?
weren't trapped?
Well, that's why we sent him in
Themselves.
first.
All right, if you want to go in,
All right, I'm going to sneak in.
Okay.
that went so
Yeah.
well for us before.
It went fine for me.
Would you roll?
17 stealth.
You easily make it in. What are you guys doing?
Do you want to
Sneak
go
in
in?
as well? Yeah.
All right, go for it.
That is 26.
Okay, you get in.
I'm not going to sneak in. I'm going to roll up to the door and politely knock.
On the open door?
Oh, is it open?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I'm just going to politely entry. I'm going to ask for entry. I'm going to be like, seems okay. Can I enter? You know, magical thought of like, can I enter? It seems like a magical tower.
Yep, you walk right in.
Cool. Sneaking.
And as you all make your way into this tower, you don't see Rake, but what you do see are chains that are dangling down with giant hooks on the end of them
Oh no.
that are waving around this room. There's about 8 of them.
I'm gonna politely turn right back around. Just get out of the doorway for 2 seconds.
What?
I'm gonna politely walk back out of the door. It's just like nope. Just an instantaneous.
These chains look broken at all, or?
Nope, they're waving. They're just like swinging back and forth, just slightly.
How far up do they go?
You can't see.
Do you say that? Did you?
No, I'm looking.
I see you looking from the doorway, and
They vanish into darkness.
I prestidigitate a little flare up there too, so you can kind of see a little bit of light.
And how far does what's the range on Preston?
Not far. It's just like 10 feet above him. Just kind of give him a little extra light.
You can only see at about 60 feet up, 70 feet up.
All of them are swinging?
Yeah, they're not swinging so much as just kind of just dangling, and are just rustled from the air that is now penetrating this vault.
All right, I'll climb a chain.
Okay. Roll me a athletics.
Are we really climbing a chain? I don't know.
18.
Okay, so you start to get up. You get about 25 feet up. You
No, I'm outside having a panic attack.
you prestidigitated your spell up. So as you were doing that, you felt the chain try and wrap around your leg.
Sad.
Let's see if it can do anything to you.
Just legit having a panic attack now.
So, you feel this chain come down, and the hook that is on the end swinging towards you and just scratches your ankle as you manage to get out the doorway. Sully, the one that is the one that you are on, you can feel it start to coil up and try to wrap around you, but it can't get it is unable to hook itself around you. Fen, what are you doing?
Is there any like debris or rocks on the ground near me?
There's not any rocks, but there what looks like to be broken desks and shelves that would have lined the inside of this room.
Are there any books on these shelves or anything
Yep.
like that?
But they're worn and tattered.
All right, I'm gonna try to like investigate them, see what's around me,
Okay.
avoiding the chains at all cost.
You see several books that are of different origins. There are some that speak of history. There are some that speak of agriculture.
Get me the history ones, if you see any good ones.
I'll reach over and grab a couple of the books.
So you how many? You just grab one book?
Yeah, I'll grab one book.
Okay. And you pull out a history of Mercaden Volume 1.
Okay.
And Jesus. Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
You feel another chain you feel a chain scratch down your back, but just gently, and as it can't make contact with you. Sully, the chain that you're on still is trying to wrap itself around you, but can't. Jenna, the chain that was grasping out at you is kind of just slithering at the door, trying to get out and attack you. Sully, you see one more chain come in from the side, almost like a spear, as I use a different D20 to roll at you. And it misses and almost ties a knot between the chain that's trying to wrap itself around you. What are you doing as you keep climbing up?
I'm just going to keep climbing.
Okay. So you get another 20 feet up, and you start to make out, now that you're about 100 feet away from the ceiling, you start to see a body that is hanging from these chains and almost gripping them and using them to stay afloat.
Is it Rake?
It doesn't look like Rake. But it is about, you think it's about 6.5 feet tall and very wide of breadth.
What's up? Let me yell up to it.
And you just see two glowing eyes appear and start to stare at you.
Just two?
Just two.
What color?
Orange.
All right. I'm going to make my eyes glow purple with thaumaturgy.
Okay. So you get up another 20 feet, and you're about 40 feet away from whatever this creature is that is suspending itself by these chains. Jenna, you're right outside the door, and you see this chain is wiggling in front of you, trying to rip at you.
So I immediately grab the staff and just like, no, this is no, we are not having this today. I just whap at it as I'm kind of backing up a couple steps. No, get more books. No.
Are you gonna hit it?
Yeah, totally. Just gonna trying to whap at, give it the no, the we'll just say it's a staff attack. It's just
Sure.
that. And that is a 12.
So you try and smack it, but it moves right out of the way.
No. and I yell towards Fen. I'm like, get more books. And I just kind of back up a little bit.
Fen?
Look out, there's
I'm
chains.
gonna take my bag, open it up, and try to like scoop as many books as I can,
Okay.
and run towards the door, away from the chain that was grasping at me.
Okay. So you get to the doorway, and now you see the chain that's grasping at Jenna start to kind of pull towards you.
Okay.
And as it does that, okay, it slides back towards you as if it's gonna, if somebody is pulling it back to try and rip at you through your legs. And I'm guessing a 12 doesn't hit.
Nope.
But the one that just gently nudged your back has now been whipped over, and 22 hit.
That does.
You take 12 points of damage.
All right.
And you now become grappled.
Okay.
If you want to make me a strength check.
Sure. 4.
Huh?
4.
And the chain, as it pulls around you, it pulls taut as it grapples to your torso and wraps around you, getting tighter and tighter and ripping at your flesh.
All right.
Sully, you see this being above you is manipulating these chains, as you can hear two of them that are crashing on the ground and making noise on the floor below.
And you maybe hear, no, my books. I mean, no, Fen.
Excuse me. What you doing?
And you hear in your head, you hear one word, and it just says death.
You do death?
And there's no response.
I'm going to continue up and try to have a conversation with this chain gentleman.
So you make it another 40 feet or 30 feet up, and you are directly below this creature that you can see, whose body has been wrapped itself in chains, and even chains are crawling in and out of its skin.
Oh.
That has to be uncomfortable. Can we get you a salve or something? Maybe WD-40?
And as you look down, his eyes get wider and wider, and you can just see more orange and more orange.
I will do the same thing.
And it's just staring at you.
All right.
But you can clearly see this is not anything of the mortal realm.
How is it? Is it just like on the ceiling? Like,
No, it's suspending itself by these chains that are hanging down.
So there's chains from the ceiling, and it's like entwined itself. Mm-hmm. Allow me to untie you.
Then you're going to try and do this?
Yep.
Okay. This is just going to be a straight dex check.
Okay. Yep. That's a 21.
So you see there are two sets of chains that are wrapped around the legs of this demon,
Yeah.
and you see his hands are gripping two other chains that are that extend down to the floor, and you managed to start unwinding one of its left leg's chains. So now its left leg is free, and he's hissing and starting to growl at you. Jenna, you see the chain that was attacking you it moves back and tries to gash at Fen through his legs, but it misses, and you've seen Fen get wrapped and tightened by another chain.
So I'm gonna just try and bust out the sacred flame and try and nip the chain like behind him where it's reeling up to
Sure.
try and see if I can get it to.
Yeah, roll the hit.
That is a crit.
Okay, give me some damage.
2d8. That is fantastic. That's a 13.
So you shoot your sacred flame out of your palm, and as it blows by Fen, you can see it start to melt the chain that is grappling around him.
My books. It's just masterful. It's like just.
Fen, you can smell this melting metal that is from behind you as this flame bolt flies next to you around your shoulder.
All right, I'm going to try to transform into a bear while being wrapped by this chain.
Sure.
We'll see what happens with that and try to break myself out of that.
So you transform into a bear, and as you do, the coil that Jenna has melted smashes and rips in twain, but you yourself are still wrapped in a chain that's going around your torso that is loosened a little, so it's not constricting you anymore, but you do have a chain belt at this point.
All right. So I'm going to try to rip that chain belt off myself.
Sure. You can. Yeah. You can, it's
Okay.
not animated, so you can just
And then
pull
I'll
it
try to
off.
head towards the exit.
Okay. And you get how far out of the door do you want to go?
Just right where Jenna is.
Okay, so you two are about 5 feet away from the door at this point.
So he went up the tower.
Sully, you feel 2 other chains come and try to wrap around you. Does an 18 hit?
Is this a ranged attack?
No.
Okay. Yes.
You take 12 points of damage and are grappled. And as the chain starts to wrap around your chest as well, and you see a smile come over this demon's face. What do you want to do?
All right. So I'm currently grappled with the thing that I'm trying to untie. All right.
It's another chain. It's one of the chains he has in his hand that he's wrapped around you.
All right. I'm going to try to untangle that one.
The one that's grappled around you?
No, from his hand. From its hand. Excuse me, sir.
Okay, no, that's going to be a strength check if you want to get it out of his hand.
Okay, let's do the other foot.
Sure.
Okay. Strength?
Yep.
18.
Okay, so you managed to... Oh, no, sorry, that was a dex.
Oh, dex? 22.
Cool. So you managed to unwind the other one, so now this demon is only suspended by a chain in his left hand and then the chain in his right that is grappling you.
Okay, I'm going to hold on to his leg. Oh, get over there. Don't want to fall. I'm going to say this in Infernal.
It'll be your fall, not mine, as he starts to constrict the chain even more.
So I don't really want to go in there, and I feel like you don't really want to go in there. All right, I'll tell you. Am I feeling right about that?
I just bear growl at you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. So I'm gonna break out the most spiritualist of weapons, Stephanie, to go pop out, and I'm gonna look at this staff, my little floating staff, and be like, go get him, because I don't want to, and I'm gonna send that staff 60 feet up and to the tower, racing towards. I don't know where you are, but the staff will figure it out.
So you're sending a spiked staff up at Sully.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm like, go, and I said really careful words to it too. I was like, go help the blue one. Go get the blue one. You know, you remember the blue one. The blue.
I just hope you don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1.
That is 20, not natural.
Okay. So, Sully, you see Stephanie appear from that rockets up through your legs and shoots through the chain, loosening the chain just a little bit, but not enough to break the grip. As it shoots up and into the and stabs into the chest of the demon above you. What's the damage?
Damage on this one is going to be 3d8. 7. So we're going to go 11 damage on that one.
11?
11.
Okay. And you see the demons. How did you do that?
And I'm outside and you see me going, yay! Because I got that psychic link with that staff, and I'm like, I think it's doing good. I think it's doing really good.
Fen.
I'm gonna go back inside and try
Okay.
to find where Sully is.
As you walk in, you don't see Sully. You see his body up between all these chains, and you see the chains moving back and forth.
And then glowing orange and glowing purple.
So I'll try to climb up towards him.
Okay. Make me a either an acrobatics or climb, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, sure. Acrobatics.
And you're still in
7.
bear form?
Yes.
So 7.
Yeah.
So you grip at these chains and you get up about 10 feet and you fall back down.
All right.
Bears, you know, I told you, you should just hang on. It's fine.
Sully, you feel the one chain constrict you even more, and you take another 5 points of damage as the other chain tries to seal the knot as it and wants to slip in where Stephanie created a hole. That one will hit. For 12 points of damage as the second chain wraps around you and tightens.
These aren't missiles? All right.
And you're up.
All right. So both of the ones that are in its hand
Are now wrapped around you.
are wrapped around me. So everything that is supporting him is supporting me. I'm gonna start spinning,
Okay.
and how far away am I from him?
You're about, I'd say probably like 8 feet away, at most. You're in melee range, so 5 to 8 feet, depending on where the chains are coiled.
All right. I'm gonna ask Chester to see if it can tell if the demon's ticklish.
Okay. Are you spinning though or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna spin.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if Chester can like.
Okay. So you start to spin. Roll me a strength check.
15.
So you start to spin and you feel the demon try to fight back, but you've managed to twist him one time around so his arms are crossed as your arms are now crossed.
Uh-huh.
And Chester goes up and you see him transform into almost like a steampunk spider as he crawls up and starts to use his 2 little fangs to tickle the demon, and you see the demon not laugh and giggle, but he's wiggling.
It's an uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, almost you would think it wouldn't faze him as he's impaled by chains himself, but he's still dancing around.
All right.
Jenna,
So where's Stephanie in all of this at the moment?
she's up above the demon at this point.
So she doesn't have too much time left in her, but if there's a way that I can convey to this staff of mine to do like a spin on these chains or something to try and shake it up a little bit,
Okay.
maybe knock things loose or something. Just try and knock things loose. I can't see, so I'm just conveying help.
Sure. What do you get?
Not very good. It is a 10.
Okay, so Stephanie starts to twirl, but gets cocked in between the 2 chains that are crossed. That both Sully and this demon have their crossed hands in, and Stephanie is between both of them now, jammed in between both.
Sweet. So that's a Stephanie move. And as I'm at the bottom, can I do another action or
No, no, you can take another action. Yeah.
do I see any skeletons or remains at the bottom?
No.
But I see those hooks.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna fire off and just try and just chop off a hook. Sacred flame or
of
something.
one of the
Yeah.
chains at the bottom.
Yeah.
Sure.
Are they twisting at the bottom?
Yeah.
So that is a 12.
It you take a you launch your sacred flame out, and unlike last time where it melted, it just dissipates on these chains.
Curious.
Fen?
As a bear, I'm gonna try to like grab one of the chains, just yank on it as hard as I can.
Which one? You see several chains that are just free falling, and you see two that are kind of braiding at the bottom.
The
right now.
braiding ones.
Okay.
I'll pull on those.
Roll me a strength check.
That will be 12.
12. Okay, so what are you trying to do with it now?
Yank on the chains and pull them down.
You can, as you start to pull back, you can move back, but you don't feel them breaking at all.
Okay.
Sully, you start to see and feel yourself move up and back towards the wall as somebody down below is pulling the chain towards the wall, and the demon is just looking up. What are you doing?
Swinging the chain, swinging the chain, swinging the chain.
And and he constricts even tighter with the two chains as he shinks his hands down, and you take another 15 points of damage.
Where are you at?
Huh?
You're just
Sully, what do you want to do?
All right, I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke
Okay.
at that. All right, let's see. I think it's GD10.
Hmm.
16 fire damage.
Is it just? Do you have to? Is it a ranged spell attack?
When cast when taking damage,
Oh, okay.
creature that dealt it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see this demon. You see flames travel up the chain, and the chain getting hotter. And as the chain, you see the chain, the fire engulf this demon, and all you hear is just laughter. Not this time, little boy.
Not this time? All right. I'm going to try to untie the things around me.
Okay. It's an escape check.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, you can use Dex or Strength, whatever you want.
Dex or what?
Dex or Strength, one of the two.
Dex. 16?
You manage to, as this demon is laughing, it's almost like he dropped his guard a little, and you manage to unwrap one of the chains that's binding you.
Okay. I'm just... All right. And then just keep going around.
Okay, now roll me another strength check.
13.
I roll a 19 as the demon starts to. We've been swinging enough, and he pulls his arms taut to stop your coil.
Okay. So you're feeling this.
As I'm pulling on this.
Jenna, you see Fen pulling back on one of these chains.
So the when I used the sword earlier and the vines came out and it went crazy around this, like, do I feel like I might have a sense of how I can make that happen again?
You don't think it would react to these chains, but you think it has some. The reaction takes place now. After you've kind of used it a little, you can sense that the reaction takes place on the area, on the walls, on the ground itself.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. I want to kind of like step into that doorway and try and activate the sword and send the thorn vines around the inside, pinning the chains to the wall.
Where are you? What are you going to strike to do that?
I'm gonna strike at one of the sides of the walls in the opening. Just try and send it flying around it to
Okay.
freeze the chains.
Sure. So you pull out the sword of growth and you smash it against the side wall, and you see the vines start to spring forth from the tip of the blade as it ravels and ravels and ravels and ravels up. And Sully, you start to see the chains that surround you spread out towards the wall. So the only two that are close to you now are the ones that are, there's only one that's wrapped around you. And you see the demon's right arm is locked on this chain, but it's pressed against the wall itself.
Go for that armpit! Go for that armpit!
Fen?
I'm gonna try to climb up again.
You've seen the chains all get depressed against the wall from the vines of Jenna's sword, and there is only one chain now that is hanging down in the center of this room.
So I'll try to climb up that now, using my athletics this time.
Go for it.
That will be a 17.
So you make it about 30 feet up, and you're about 30 feet away from Sully, and I need each of you to make me a DC saving throw, a wisdom saving throw.
So 17 and 18.
Not you, just those two.
12.
What?
12?
Okay.
15.
What, Fen, who is one of your, a loved one of yours?
So someone in my crew, he would be Fast Eddie. Fast Eddie.
Fast Eddie, okay. Tell me a little bit about him.
So he was, really good at getting in and out of small spaces and stealing things. Part of my thieving crew. He was like a little gnome.
So you see this image of Fast Eddie appear before you, but there is a chain that is now splicing his neck, and his neck is crooked and bent and broken as his tongue is slithering out of his mouth and blood is dripping down his neck, and you're frightened for the next turn.
Okay. And I'll scream out in a bear growl.
Sully, you hear Fen scream from below as the demon above is just giggling, but still locked. His burning eyes are locked on you. And you are only coiled by one coil or chain at this point.
Okay.
What do you feel like doing?
Once again, go for the armpit, Jester.
And the demon is still giggling, but now instead of giggling at what's happening below you, he's starting to giggle because of Chester.
Okay. And I'm going to try to wiggle out of these chains.
Okay.
23?
Yes, you easily get out of this chain. Where are you going to go? First, you're going to have to make me a acrobatics or athletics check to get up there, or you're going to fall to the floor.
Okay, 24.
Okay, so you make it up to the demon, and you are face to face with him.
I'm going to help Chester.
And you just see him start to wiggle and wobble. And I will kill you.
Okay. I just want him to lose that grip.
Jenna?
So I'm assuming I'm holding these vines there. I don't know if there's much more I can do other than just kind of keep them in place.
Okay.
If I'm honest. Can I see up and see any of this at all from where I'm
You
at?
can see movement now. You can see Fen kind of shriveled up clinging to the chain for dear life.
Well, I'm gonna send up a little buff. So I'm gonna see Fen and just try and hit you with just a little bit of a bless, so you get a extra D4
All right.
to all your rolls right now. Saving throw, you can add a D4 to attack or saving throws. So you're good there.
Sounds good.
Fen, you feel a little more confident, and you start to shake off the tremblings that you had as Fast Eddie disappears from your view.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Am I still afraid, or can I?
No, you can move.
All right, I'm gonna climb up.
Only lasts for a turn.
Sounds good. That would be 22 to climb up. Oh, plus the D4.
Yep, you got it.
23.
You're good.
All right, so I'll climb up.
All right, so you get up this chain, and you are just at the feet of Sully right now, as you see him tickling a demon. The demon itself is coiled in a chain, or has a chain wrapped around one arm, and then is gripping to another chain in the right arm, and you can see chains piercing through his chest, but he's also wiggling and writhing and getting a little tickled.
All right. Can I swat at him with
Yeah,
my claw?
go for it.
I guess I'll try to tickle him with my bear claw.
So, yeah, sure. You're going to have disadvantage because Fen's Sully is right above you, so you have to kind of reach around Sully to
Okay.
even get to this this demon.
Will this be a dex? What is a tickle
No,
check?
you're gonna. Are you trying to attack him?
No, I'm trying to tickle him with my bear claws.
Oh. Okay, that's different. So first, to do this, you're going to have to climb up onto Sully's back, essentially, climb up behind Sully. So
All right, never mind. I think I'll just do a swat at him with my paw.
okay, well, what you'll be able to do is get his foot. If you want to try and tickle
Okay,
his foot,
sure.
you can do that.
That's what I'll do.
Roll me just a strength check.
Just a strength check. All right.
Or a dex check, excuse me.
A dex check will be 15.
You start to wiggle and try and tickle the bottom of this demon's foot, and as you do so, it tickles him and it kicks and it hits Sully right in the nuts. But Sully, it doesn't do any damage. You just feel a
You
little
just feel
bruised.
pride hurt.
Well, I was trained by getting kicked in the nuts repeatedly. It's one of those things the monks go through.
At what school is it?
Spiraling ginger.
Okay.
And the demon looks down at you, looks at Sully.
Gucci, Gucci, go.
21 hit,
21 hits.
15.
Nope.
You see him take the chain that's in his right hand, snap it.
His hand?
No, it snaps the chain.
Okay.
And then wraps it around your neck for 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then with his other hand, he moves the chain closer and tries to tickle your armpit.
All right.
You're tickling. You're tickled.
Okay.
You're
Sully? You are now being choked by a chain around your neck and tickled by a devil under your armpit.
All right. I'm trying to get out of the chokehold.
Okay.
It's 19.
You manage to, you take your hand, and as you're getting tickled, you wiggle out. You manage to wiggle the chain and get it loose, and you're able to slip your head through the knot.
I'm going to continue to climb up the demon.
Okay.
I'm going to and hang off of his shoulders and help Tickle.
Make me a strength check.
Okay. 13.
You start to get on to the demon, and you get to his torso, and he just smashes your head with one with one hand.
Which hand?
The one that he with the chain that was around your neck
Okay.
smashes it down on your head.
Okay.
Jenna?
All right, I don't know what all this tickling business is, but I have an idea, and I have no idea if this is gonna fly. So should take a look at that, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking. Because that works with the sword, and currently the sword is a bunch of vines that are entangled on this whole thing. I wanna try and just light up the sword, and in
Okay.
turn see if it travels and lights up this whole inside of this tower. Because I don't know what tickling business is going on or what nonsense is happening, but I'm like doing a really good job holding these chains and keeping like my area is in order. My little area, I got things in check. And I don't even know what's happening, but I'm hearing laughing and nonsense. And I don't know if this is a legit thing to do, but
So with that, you'll be able to ignite the vines, but in order to make an attack with it, you'd have to rip the vines off the wall.
oh, I'm going to light them up. I just want to light them up right now.
You want to light the vines up?
Yeah, just want to
So-
get this green flame
So
covering
you
all the...
Yeah, you see from the cross hilt, a green flame explodes as it travels up, starting with the main braid, and then extends to all the different vines. So this is a giant swirl of light that you see traveling up all the walls. Sully and Fen, you just see flame shooting up the sides of this walls as the entire cylinder is now illuminated in green.
I feel like that was a pretty sufficient, like that's it. I'm just going to hold
And-
it there.
Around you now is a cloak of green flame that is engulfing the walls of this spire. As you Sully, are suspended at the feet of this demon, and Fen, you are there with him as
Does
well.
the demon appear to be like releasing grip on anything? Or-
No.
All right, I'm just gonna swipe at the demon's like underbelly if I can.
Sure, because just remember that Sully is now in front of you
Oh,
as he was knocked
How
down.
big can you get?
roar! And I'm
Like,
just
how
gonna-
much mass can you change into? Can you change into like a whale or something?
The bear just shakes its head.
Where does the extra mass come from?
It's magic bear
As
mass.
I still grip on. Yeah, I'll do that with like maybe disadvantage to try to not hit Sully.
Sure.
That would be
Damn.
14 plus 6.
Who,
For
now you're
20.
trying to still hit the demon?
Yep.
Yeah, you,
You
still
can
have that.
you
too.
can easily you look and just kind of bear hug Sully and claw above his head, and you're able to scratch the demon.
For 13 slashing damage.
And you see him kind of, whoo, that's is he your friend too?
Yes. I'm going to spawn an infernal.
And he swings that chain at you, and it just kind of scratches the top of your head. Get this stupid thing off of me.
I'm trying. Let me untangle you.
No. This thing that's itching my armpits.
You mean the chains?
No, whatever this weird spider you unleashed is. Sully, you're up.
No, I think the problem is the chains. Here, let me help you with those. I'm going to start trying to take off the chains.
Okay. These two are gripped in his hand, so it's going to be a strength check.
Oh, no, I mean the ones attached to him.
He's only gripping 2 chains.
I thought you said he was covered in chains.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not. These chains are just inside of him, piercing his skin. They're not actually attached to anything.
So they're not, like, hooked in?
Not to the walls. They're hooked into him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be incredibly uncomfortable. Let me help you with that.
Okay.
I mean, the walls are on fire.
What was your?
Assuming unarmed,
Yep.
that's a 20.
So you crawl up on top of Fen, and you are now on Fen's shoulders, but almost face to face with this demon, and you take a chain that's extending through his left breast and just rip it out of the flesh.
This has got to be uncomfortable. Here, let me help you with that. We've got salves.
As you see flesh just rip from his body.
Yeah, we'll just patch that right up.
And you see him get weaker and almost barely keeping himself up, all while being tickled and wiggling.
Surrounded by a tube full of green fire.
Yeah, that's legit.
It seems totes legit.
Yeah?
I still can't tell really what's going on up
No,
there.
you can just see the middle chain flaring back and forth and bodies moving up in the distance.
And so, do I think that, like, by really giving it a good strike, like, to activate this flame now that's on there, to do damage to it? Like,
You could, but you would have to rip all the vines off the wall to do so. It would rip all the vines off the wall if you did that.
do I think, like, doing that would rip the chains with it?
Well, it would let the chains loose, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. And they're beyond 60 feet. They're like
Yeah, they're about 80 to 90 feet up
80, 90
at this
feet.
point, depending on where they are. Well, you and Fen were at equal distance, but then you decided to move up and...
And where are you on the demon itself?
I'm like face to face.
Yeah, he's on Fen's shoulders. Fen is grabbing onto a chain below him, and he's face to face with whatever this creature is.
Wow, I'm like kind of getting tired of holding all of this, and I'm at this point just really thinking to myself out loud. I hope they know how to do like a quick duck and cover. If they see something, they'll do something fast. And I just pull out the call lightning and I just send it up that way. Just ball lightning. We'll just send it right on up to that point of where I think that demon is. Just to let forth habit.
What's the DC on that?
60-foot radius on the point you can see.
What's your DC, 14?
14, yeah.
Okay, so everybody make a saving throw.
Dexterity?
Yep, should
Yep.
be.
Okay.
What's the damage?
3d10.
Roll your damage.
Sorry, not sorry, maybe. Ooh, yeah. 19.
So
All right.
19 and
And if you made the save,
it's halved at
Okay.
8. And you see, Sully, you see...
no, I don't.
Fen, you see the demon just start to shake as it's being electrocuted by the chains that it's gripping.
I fall. Dead.
It's okay, I got you. Now I can help. Oh, great, now I can help. See, as a cleric, I kill my people. so I can fix them.
All right, so somebody's on their way to being a necromancer.
Fen, you see Sully's body just start to fall backwards and is falling. You can feel him falling down as his body goes limp.
So I'll try to like grab hold of him and slide down the chain.
Sure. Would make me a strength check.
A strength check?
Yep.
All right. That is 14 plus 18.
So as Sully's body falls backwards on top of you, you're able to grab him with your claw and pull him close to your body, and you can
And I'm
quickly
yelling, come down the chain.
drop down about 30 feet closer to the ground.
All right.
The demon starts to follow you down as he's loosening his grip, and swings another chain at you and totally misses as the chain tries to coil around both you and Sully, but he can't get it to stick. And then another one definitely gets you, and he wraps the second chain he's holding around your body for 12 points of damage.
All right.
But you are now wrapped in, both you and Sully are wrapped in another chain. But you are,
Damn it.
at this point, you're protecting Sully's lifeless body from any harm. Sully, make me a saving throw. Or a death saving throw.
19.
Okay, you got one success. 2 more.
Yep.
Jenna, you can now see, you've seen Fen come down in bear form as down the chain, and you've seen him holding Sully in one arm, and a chain get wrapped around him, pulling it taut around him.
And this demon is out of the affected range now of this ball that I threw up there, right?
Yeah. What's the radius?
It's 60.
60?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh, are they clear?
No. They went down 30. So they're right on the cusp. So do you want them to be clear or not?
I would like them to be clear. Because I can hit this thing one more time.
So then either all three of the demon and both of them are clear, or they are all not.
What's your hit points? Yeah, okay. So can I see the demon at this point?
Yeah, he's right on top of both of them.
So I'm just gonna try and hit it with the sacred flame at this point.
Okay.
I'm running out of stuff to do. That is a 13.
So you shoot up your sacred flame, and it just scorches Fen's back and misses the demon. Fen, you are now wrapped in this chain as the demon is right above you,
So I'm going to try
staring at
to
you.
break out of the chain.
Sure. Make a strength check.
Strength check. That will be 11.
DC's 14 as you try to break the chains, but they won't budge.
All right. I think that's all I can do. Just keep sheltering Sully.
I'm running out of stuff
Sully?
to do.
Where's Chester?
Chester's still on top of this demon.
Okay. That is one failure.
And you take 6 more points of damage, Fen.
All right.
Damn it.
And another chain comes after you that also hits,
All right.
unless you have an AC higher than 19,
Nope.
for another 6 points of damage.
So I'm going to revert back to elf form.
Okay. And as you do so, the chains are now loosed. So roll me an escape check with dexterity that you have advantage on.
All right. go with a 14.
Okay, so you manage to slide out of these chains, and you bring Sully with you, but make me a strength check because you're not in bear form anymore.
That would be 9.
It's okay, let him hit the ground.
So you lose grip of Sully, and Sully, you don't feel this, but you're falling, and you slam into the ground as Fen couldn't keep hold of you as his body transformed back into an elf. And you take 1 failure point.
Okay, now is he in range?
Yeah.
Okay, so spare the dying. Untouch. Touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. That's it.
So as you fall to the ground, you bounce, you dead cat bounce, and Jenna touches your body as you
Just like a little.
start to awaken.
And you just see me looking at you. Get out.
Can't move.
But it is your turn if you can do anything on your turn. Does that give him a hit point or no? Or does it just stabilize him?
You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable.
Oh, okay. So you're stable on the ground.
Uh-huh.
Can't really do anything.
Uh-huh.
It's just an invocation. I got a lot going on.
Okay.
I'm holding a wall of fire still that's happening.
Fen, you have seen Sully fall to the ground lifeless, but you see his body moving now as Jenna laid hands on him.
Am I still up on the chain?
Yep, you're still up on the chain.
How high up am I?
You're about 30 feet up still.
All right, so I'll slide down
Mm-hmm.
to the bottom. I'm assuming Sully's at the bottom.
Yep,
And I guess I will cast a Cure Wounds on him
you can do that.
for 1d8 plus 3.
All right.
Plus what?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Solid.
Plus 3?
Yeah.
All right. I'm at 5 hit points.
Solid.
Woo!
The demon follows you down, Fen, and tries to hit you with 1 chain, and he tries to wrap it around you and misses it, but he wraps the second one around you for 7 points of damage.
So I fall unconscious.
Are you serious?
Jenna,
Okay, you have 5 hit points. I take it you can't move this thing. So I'm gonna... You're unconscious?
Yep.
Like toast? Like death save time?
Yep.
Okay, so if I pull this sword and I try and will these vines to attack this demon or wrap itself around the demon, can I do that?
sure.
I'm gonna try and do that at this point and really kind of give it that green flame. 2d8 plus 3
Okay. Roll the hit.
love. That would be a 21.
Okay. So you rip these vines off of the wall and
Center
wrap
'em.
them around him. Now roll some damage.
10, 13.
And as these vines, these green, a flame of green, and wraps around this demon, you see it struggling now, and the flame is so high that it completely engulfs the demon, and you feel the sword recoil back to you, and the flame goes out, and you just see a pile of ash fall to the ground and cover Sully in infernal ash.
Chester!
And underneath the ash, you see Chester, but 3 of the spider legs have been burnt. and he's clinging on to life as he was able to form a covering around him with the rest of his body.
I'm gonna watch it. Fix him! Fix him! Fix him! Fix him! Fix him!
Hang tight. Hang tight. And now, let me go try and help you. I don't know if I can lend an assist. I already. Well, no. This is a. I can use this again.
Yeah.
I can spare the dying on you. Let's get you back up and operational. And I'm gonna throw a healing word, 2d4. Take some of that 2d4. Get some of them points.
3.
Well, that's great.
So you healed him a little?
I got him up a little bit. He's up and stable. You're up and stable. You just hold together. You see, well, no, you didn't see.
I'll put my hand on Chester and give him a cure wounds. So that's 1d8 plus 3.
8.
Huh?
8.
And you see Chester kind of come to life, and he forms back into the backpack, and the zipper, his mouth is
It kind of just looks like that's on the table right now.
And as you can all see around, you look around this room, and you notice more bookshelves and desks and tables that have all been crashed and withered and broken. But you do notice 2 more doors on the that are, they look like cellar doors, bay doors that would open up to go down.
So I feel like, gang, I feel like I did good. Has anyone seen like Pippin? Because, I swear she was right next to us.
When?
And
Like before we went through the arch. I just have an idea in my mind that she's still there. Did we tell her to stay? I'm confused. Because
you did say to stay back, so.
I think we need to go. This was good. This was really good investigating. Really good job investigating. I need to rest. I don't know about you.
I think we should go back to the bar.
I feel like we did good right now.
Anybody got any salt?
Salt?
Just, I know what you're thinking, and that doesn't work all the time, but it's a good idea.
Maybe we can get some salt at the bar, right? The bar has to have salt.
I mean, you can go in that cellar if you want, but I
Is
can't.
it a salt cellar?
I don't know. I really don't know. Do we see anything around us, like at the top of this tower, or where our friend Rake may have gone, or anything?
You don't see where. The only thing you could think of is Rake went through those doors, but you don't see any sign of him.
And there's no interesting like books or anything to grab, or
There are books on the shelves. They're agricultural books, but a lot of them are tattered and torn, and they've been kind of decaying here as the chemicals
Cool.
and ash have been. Actually, there's no ash in here. It's kind of
Just the ash from that.
just from that.
well, I may have
Demon.
sterilized it, like with that Orkin flame, little demon sterilization practice. Yeah, I don't really have anything else I can do at the moment. I'd love to go back to that bar and take at least the shortest of rests before I do anything more.
Nap's not a terrible idea.
I mean, we did something. We got rid of some evil. I'm assuming. I still have no clue. Can I tell at this point what that was at all?
You can roll an Arcana or a religion check.
I'm gonna take a religion and go with the 13.
You think it was a chain demon.
Chain demon.
Can I like feel around in the ash to see if there's anything interesting there, like
In the
money
ash?
or anything? Yeah.
Roll me a perception.
Sure. That would be 18.
So as you kind of pat your way around the ash, you find a ring hidden with, underneath Sully and the pile of ash that was created by the remains of that demon.
All right. I'll pick the ring up. I found this, guys.
That's super cool.
And
Just exhausted.
that's where we'll end for the evening.
Oh,
All right.
dude, that was rad.
That went well.
Yeah, totes.
Sorry, not sorry I killed you. I feel like it was a really effective strategy. I
Yeah.
don't.
Just kill them all and heal the ones that, are supposed to be live.
That's what clerics do. Have you played with a cleric
No.
before?
No.
Yeah.
I don't often play.
Oh,
Well, I like that strategy. Just kill everyone and heal up the allies later.
It's
Tickle a
good.
demon, no big deal.
Yeah.
The sword does stuff now. That's rad.
The which what?
The sword does stuff now.
Yes, it does.
That's super cool. That's wicked super cool.
Chester's almost dead. It's no big deal.
No big deal. Chester's fine.
No,
I think
we're
Chester
all
has
gonna
more
go
hit
take
points
naps.
than me.
I still have this picture in my mind that Pippin's just like, oh yeah, let's totally come help you guys, and is like hanging out with
shiny.
some flowers.
That's probably what happened.
That's kind of what I think. I don't know. What did you think?
I have ideas that you'll find out next week.
It's true. That was crazy sauce.
But the flames, the green flame sword worked out well.
I feel like it's a really good pairing. It's like a good wine. It's like a wine and cheese event. I saw this card and I was like, that's perfect for that. It feels right.
It's a
Vines and
strong
flames.
combo.
Cool. Has anybody got anything going on this week, or?
I've got some super secret stuff. I really want to talk about it, and I can't. Just say I was hanging out with Bill Duran from Punish Props this last week, and there's some fun stuff.
Cool. We'll be on the lookout for that.
Soon, like real soon.
Awesome. Any other announcements, cool things you want to talk about? No? Maybe yes. No?
I'm just moving.
You got
Keep
the
Yeah, you're
move.
almost
Yeah.
moved.
It's almost done.
Just like fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We're currently missing like 4 walls in our house
Nice.
and a ceiling.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, it'll be fixed shortly.
I hope so. It's also very loud.
But like always, guys, thanks for watching, and we will be back next week to see if the party can make it back to the inn
Probably not.
and what happened with Pippin.
Probably not.
Because we'll find out where she was during this whole thing.
I have a feeling it's going to be a really good story.
So we will see you next time, guys. See you next Monday at 7.
Bye.
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 Maybe we'll just keep.
Bye.
We keep saying bye. Bye-bye. 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 Joe can't find the stop button. It's great. Are we still here? We're still here. Hey,